And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Chivalry 2 Fighter Series. Who's going to be the best faction at the end of it? Let's see.
They have not cornered a cub. They have stumbled.
Hold on, let him speak. Let him talk.
Lion's den. Lions of Agatha, bare your teeth and show your claws. Fight for your king. Fight for your kingdom. Fight for Agatha.
There we go. I'm out of there. I'm out. Let's get on some. Let's see. Who do we have? We got Billy. Ooh, I know Billy. Okay, never mind. Let me go ahead back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here, welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. Chivalry 2 Fighter Series. Agatha is up 1 over every faction right now. Agatha, Tenosia, Masons. Right now, Agatha's up 1-0. They just defeated the Tenosians at Tenosia. No, they just defeated Tenosia at Agatha. Now we are Agatha versus the Masons at Agatha again. I mean, the beginning of their season is just really going well for them with this home field advantage, but we'll see just how much they can do with it. And we're just gonna see. We're gonna see, because right now, this is, some would say, the easiest defensive position and the hardest one to take for attackers, but the easiest one to have for defenders. I mean, like I said, Agatha at Agatha is always going to be tough to beat, but you know, we're going to see. Agatha is up in the series 1-0, but they are up against their longtime historic rival, the Mason Order, and we know how aggressive the Masons can be. I don't know who they have though today. I don't know who, oh, they brought Bane. And they're walking right in. They're walking right in. Oh man, let's get some notable players going. We got Bane of Idiots. We know him. We've seen him. Solid. He's already up 4-0. Crazy. Game just started. He's already up 4-0. Now who else we got? We got on the Agatha, Buffaloa. Never seen him. 4-2. Crazy. Who else we got? I mean, we got Al, Bob, Robot. I mean, we got, who else we got? We got Valen. What is it? Valentim. We got Valentim over there. We got the Moose. We got Redskin. We got, I'm assuming, is that Japanese or Chinese characters? I have no idea. But hold on, wait, whoa. We also have Harold Longbows in this again? No way. Is Moon in this as well? Did they really bring their heavy hitters back again? Oh, they said that we have to, they said we got to go up 2-0 in the series. Where's Harold? We have to see what Harold is. You know what? I got an idea. For us. I got an idea. We just, because this is where we're gonna be. This is where we're gonna be. We're gonna sit here for a second, and we're just gonna look out, right? This is what we're looking like, right? Oh, hold on. Oh nope, defense is crazy. The defense. Oh wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I thought he might have a chance, but they're on it. The defense is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. The strongest defensive position in the game. And they are showing you right now why that is. But the Masons do have 5 minutes. And the Agathians are not making use of all of their defensive positions, all their defensive assets. 2 ballistas down, not using the catapults. This might be, and that's a lot of ice. Oh, wait a minute, not a lot of ice. They did get rid of a lot of ice in the beginning though. They did, but they didn't get rid of the centerpiece. They didn't get rid of enough. That might come back to bite them. Uh-oh, there we go. And as I say that, no, it's a hit, but I don't know if that was effective. I don't know if that was optimal. I don't know if it was optimal. Let's see what side is looking weak. We're looking good. This turtle shell defense, this phalanx defense, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get through it. The strong Agathian defense is always tough. I don't know if the Masons are gonna get it. We're already approaching 4. We're already approaching 4 minutes right now as we speak. And I'm looking to see what sides are weak and what sides are strong. They're all looking strong. I don't know. And they can't just run up straight through the middle either. So they have to, the Mason Order has to regroup here and figure out what side they want to push. And honestly, I don't know if this is the side for that. Their defenses over here are way too stacked. And if we look over here, the defenses over here are just as stacked. Oh my, the only opening in the back for reinforcements to come in through the back and go right there in that little hole and help defense. Same on this side over here. Not as covered. Not as covered, but still a tunnel. Still a tunnel, still a narrow way to get through. I don't know. It's looking rough. It's looking, we're up, and as I say that, we're approaching 3. I don't know. The Masons got to do better. The Masons have got to do better. I'm looking. I don't know. I don't know if even Harold will be able to help them out, because this is just a tough. Agatha at home is always a tough one. It is always a tough one. Let's get in. Let's see. Let's get in. Let's get in. Let's get in. Let's get in. Let's see a little bit. What are we looking like over here? They're holding. They don't have a lot of Agathians over here, but that's just because this is this. And oh, there you go. And they're back. See, you see that? You see that? You see how they're doing that? They might get pushed back a little bit, but then their back gets to the wall, and guess who helps them? The rest of the turtle shell. The rest of it. And then if they do get, and then guess what happens right here? Boom. Boom. They push them in. They come in to try to push them up against the wall. They think they have them. Bam. Coming through the flank. And they're out. And they're out. Uh-oh. But the Masons, the Masons are just so tough, though. They're so tough. They're still here. They're not running. They're not running. That's one thing about the Masons. They will fight to the end. We're at 2 minutes. Oh, man. We're at 2 minutes. Catapults down. Ballistas are down. Oh, never mind. One ballista is up. One ballista is up currently, but maybe not for long. Maybe not for long if you can get the angle. And the catapult. Ballistas go down. Catapult up. What are they going to do with it, though? Catapult is about to go down. Catapult is about to go down. What are the Masons going to do? Because the onus is on, all the pressure is on the Masons. What are they going to do here? What are they going to do here? What are they going to do here? Who are the key notable? Who are the key players here? I think this is just a strong game by the Agathians. Hold on. As I say that, one got through. One Mason got through. I mean, this is crunch time. They either do it now or they don't do it at all. Somebody's gonna have to sacrifice themselves to get into that fire. And you have to get these, wait a minute. Oh my God, oh, you saw that. I know you saw that. Oh my, masterful. Masterful play by the Mason Order. Masterful play by the 1 minute left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. The Agathians fall. I cannot. The defense, that stalwart, strong defense, just crumbled. Just crumbled on that last minute assault. All-in assault from the Mason Order. I believe it came from the left and up through the middle. And what did I say in the beginning? I didn't think that they had it in the middle. I didn't. It's typically the hardest place to get for multiple reasons. It's just tough terrain, hard to get through, especially with explosive barrels. And what do? They went straight through the middle. They said, you know what? Here in the Masons, sometimes the easiest and the best decision is just to run straight at the challenge, right up the middle. And what do? Just go straight up into it. Why are we trying to do all this fancy schmancy, all these extra tactics? Let's just run straight through them in the middle. Spearhead them right in the middle. Punch them right in the gut. And what did they do? Took them out. And what are they doing now? Pushing already. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute before I give it to them. Hold on. Oh, they got one off though. And that might be a problem. You saw how much progress they got on that bar. That might be a problem for the Agathians. I'm not gonna lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. I thought this was gonna be Agatha up 1-0 over the Masons. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be a very quick video for us all right here. But here they go. Here go the Masons that I know, showing you guys who look at that. As I say that, what do we got? You hear that in the background? That's the sound of success and victory on the rise for the Masons. But you see, one man can't do it all on his own. And who is that on the catapult? Bane of idiots. He is not arching. He got the war axe. He is sitting there on the catapult, telling the team, look, get me the ammo, load up the rocks, protect me and cover me. What the hell just happened? I don't know what happened. But regardless, he got enough catapults, shots in, and as you can see in that background, that tower is down. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe that we are still in the game. And look at that, look at that, look at that. They know what they're doing. They got at least one. They might be going a little too far with these. Okay. They're doing the work. Let's see what we got here. We're just gonna get a good overhead view. But people, I thought this was it. You know, look at that. Look at that. I don't know if that was teammates, team kill or what, but in the beginning of this, I said I thought the Agathians, with their stalwart tortoise shell defense, was going to just, I mean, typically they have an impenetrable defense, excuse me. And the Masons just, in 1 minute left, show us that this thing isn't over yet. Do not ever count us out. 1 minute of time left, and they had their backs against the ice. The Agathians looked like they had it won. They probably got a little cocky. That does tend to be an issue for the Agathians, though. That does tend to be an issue. I can speak from experience. Sometimes the Agathians, sometimes they can get a little big-headed. The match isn't over. Fight's not done. And you saw what happened to them. I believe that was the case. And now we're here. And now the Masons are at the wall. And they've already broken down the centerpiece of the wall. It's only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time. But let's see. I mean, they got archers. The archers arching. Archers arching. You see it. You see it. You see where they're at. Let's see though. Yeah, this could be bad for the Agathians because the Masons. Ooh. They have multiple smart players on the Mason order. For those of you who don't know. Excuse me, I had to get some water there. Uh-oh. And he's shooting in teammates. Don't know where he went or whatever. That was a little weird. But you can still use the catapults back there. It just makes it a lot more difficult. Because after a certain point, you will be deserting. But if you can use those catapults to get rid of this ballista and this ballista, you can drastically help your team. But you might have to suffer a couple deaths. But, you know, sometimes you got to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice for the win sometimes. Because here in Chivalry 2, the series of fighting championships, it's do or die. And you're going to die regardless. So you might as well die helping your team out. That's my motto. That's what I say. That's what I believe is the ooh. Ooh. Archers arching. You know, archers arching. We love it on our team. We hate it on the enemy team. And this is why. But the Masons are hoarded. Oh, as I say that. And he's down. He didn't have any help. Did not have any help, but he got a couple shots off. Got a couple swings off. Probably didn't do anything to it much, but he tried. You see, the Masons typically have one main issue. One main problem. In basically every game. They're all typically a bunch of berserkers, you know, and when you have a ton of berserkers and a ton of alphas and a ton of just bloodlust and bloodthirsty warriors with no real order, sometimes it can get a little chaotic. They don't really have the best organization. Typically, like as you see over here with the Agathians, they typically have a lot more structure, but sometimes they lose out too, as you saw in the very beginning of this match. The sheer the sheer toughness and just don't care attitude of the Masons. Just throw yourself at the target. Just absolutely just overwhelm you with sheer force, as the Masons tend to do and tend to have. You know, so we'll see if the tactics today can keep this wall. I believe they only have one banner left. Let's take a count, and that is correct. They only have one banner left, but they do have the greatest. Ooh, and oh, never mind. I thought it was a Mason. Is that a Mason? That's a Mason, though. That's a Mason. Doesn't care. Look at it. See what I'm saying? Doesn't care. Runs straight into the fire, and he's fighting back. Back again. Ooh. 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 Okay. All right. Well, we got another one. Oh, and he's falling. And he's falling. And he's falling. Well, and they got, I didn't even see it. One man. Is that Band of Idiots? That looks like a Band of Idiots. I think that's him. I think it was Band of Idiots who just, talk about a team player. What did I just get done saying not very long ago? Okay, we don't need to go after all this. We could just push forward. But anyway, what did I get done saying earlier? You're gonna die anyway. You might as well die to help your team get the win. And what I believe that was Band of Idiots. Maybe it was somebody else. I can't quite say. But if it was, you see why he's number one on his team. You see why he's there, because he's playing that objective. Harold is also a strong competitor and a strong candidate for number one, but Harold typically gets the kills. He typically clears a way, and he'll help clear a path for you. But sometimes you still got to get there. He can clear as many paths as he wants. He can take out as many targets for you as he wants, as he can. But you still got to get there, and you still got to do the objective. You still got to get inside of here. You still got to lower the drawbridge. And let's take a look at look at this. Look at this. Somebody take a look at this room right here. Take notes. New players, take notes right here. How do you play defense? This is it right here. This is just one side. But what are we talking about? That sheer force of the Masons on the other side. And this is the issue with fighting the Masons. Sometimes when they do get those simple strategies in order and going, and they get the whole horde, they get the whole hive on the same wavelength, they get them all sharing the same brain cell, and guess what will happen? They'll get in here and they'll start fighting. But wait a minute. The Agathians somehow overwhelming that sheer force. Not sure how they're doing. And he's picked up the bear. He's picked up the bear that you always. Oh man, he's thrown the bear. He's thrown the bear. Ladies, I know you're pissed at that. He's thrown the bear. I know the ladies do not want. Someone else has picked up the bear. Oh my god, I'm so crazy. Anyway, we got fire. we got fire here. He still got the bear, and he's down. I'm not sure what he was doing with that bear, but he's out of there. The bear is getting crisped a little bit over here. And so is good offense. That had to be from a Mason. Or maybe it was an accident from an Agathian. I mean, sometimes players make mistakes too. Ooh, did not have the speed on that. Ooh. Who was that? Billy T-Bags comes in, knocks out the enemy and a teammate. Thankfully, he didn't die though. And this teammate here does die from an arrow. But guess what? Die for the great. Swing it. Come in, swing it. Ooh, swinging the chair. Swinging chairs. I told you, ladies and gentlemen, the Chivalry 2 Wrestling Entertainment Series. That is what we're here for today. Picking up chairs, bears, and everything in between. Welcome to Chivalry 2 Chaos. Oh man, this is what we do it for. This is what we do it for. I've been waiting for the action to slow down so I can get you back to that other room. But I can assure you, okay, the action's slowing down. The Agathans clearly have it over here. Let's see, what do we look like over here? Oh my goodness, are they? Oh my goodness. Are they even getting challenged over here? Are they even getting challenged over here? Is there even any challenge over here? I know, go ahead and laugh away. Is there even any challenge over here? What are we doing? Masons, what are we doing right now? Harold, I'm sure, is screaming. Top of his lungs, what are we doing? I'm clearing as many paths as I can. I need somebody else. But even Harold can't clear through this. Even Harold cannot clear through this. Not by himself, but let me get you back to the other room, because I cannot believe that this is what we're going through right now. The Masons had so much momentum. Normally they can at least get one room cleared. Have they lost their will? Have the Masons lost the will? We have a minute left. We saw what happened with the last minute they did. The last time they had a minute left on the clock, they were able to regroup and make something happen. So, I mean, they did clear through the very first defensive point, which was in fact probably the hardest defensive point to get through in the game, and they made it through. But as I say that, we're approaching 40 seconds. We're approaching 40 seconds. And at this point, they would need, I think, both cranks in order to get that drawbridge up. So I think the Agathians may actually have this. And as I say that, they're helping. This side over here is about to start going over to help. They may have to. But like I said, I think they may need both cranks in order to get this. And at this point, and the Agathians came through and got it. It's over. It's over, ladies and Agatha up 2-0 in the series. Both Tenosia and the Mason Order down 0-1 apiece. Perfection. Agatha up 2-0. Big Agatha. That is what I'm talking about. Cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. And if you want to know what Agatha looks like, if you want to know what you're up against in Agatha, that room is a perfect representation of what you're going to go against every time against the Agathians. Doesn't matter if you're overwhelming like the Masons. Doesn't matter if you do a lot of screaming and shouting and a little bit of weaving around like the Tenosians. Doesn't matter. Agatha up 2-0 in the series. Let's go.